Hi everybody, I'm with John Mc Namara, who's going to be undertaking Marathon Des Sables in aid of Clionas Foundation. So John, you're very welcome to Clionas this morning, and maybe you might tell us a little bit about this massive challenge.
Yeah, so it's the 3rd of April I fly out. The race starts on the 5th, so it's 260 kilometers over 6 days.
Okay.
So the longest day is 86 kilometers, so you actually run through the night, so you have your head torch on and you're off out in the desert, dispersed, and it mixes, so the temperatures go from 30 degrees up to the hottest it's ever been is 48 degrees, I think. So you don't really know what you're going to get, and obviously it's February in Limerick, so it's not exactly replicating the weather, and also you have the added addition of everything you have is in your pack.
Yeah, I was looking at that. What's in the pack then?
So you will bring all your food, so you're self-sustained food-wise for 6 days.
Okay.
So, and you have to bring a minimum of 2,000 calories for every day. So obviously you're looking to bring a lot of calories because you're going to burn a lot, but then again you can't bring too much because you have to carry it. So there's a bit of a trade-off, but you need a minimum of 2,000. Then there's some essential kit you have to bring. So you have to bring a venom pump. Just in case snakes or spiders get you in the desert. You have to have, which is possible. You're in the middle of the Sahara Desert, so that's another added charming element.
Okay.
You have to bring some medical supplies, a Swiss Army knife, and a signalling mirror in case you get lost.
Right.
Now you will be GPS tracked as well, so just in case you deviate a lot. So there's a small safety net there, but this year is their 35th anniversary, so there should be, give or take, 1,000 people this year. I think it's one of the highest attended.
And why did you decide to take on such a mammoth challenge?
I think it's been on my radar for a few years because a few people I know have done it previously, and I just looked at it as something that was going to be a really, really big challenge, and it kind of forces you to train harder than you've ever trained before, and to kind of push yourself physically and mentally beyond, I suppose, what you perceive your limits are. And also I think it will be fun in a kind of perverse way. It'll be fun, so it'll definitely be enjoyable, but I think the hard part is right now in the middle of the training, once you've that done and getting ready in the preparation piece. But once you've that done and you arrive, then it's hopefully you're prepared and you can enjoy it.
It kind of ties into your career as well, doesn't it?
So
what you do and your...
Yeah, it does. I suppose in my day-to-day work, a lot of it's around performance and a lot of it is around people's mindsets and that. So for me, it's kind of a good case study in peak performance, and it's a good insight into the challenges of your mindset and just cracking, I suppose, those ceilings that we place in ourselves. And it's going to be an interesting challenge. It's definitely going to be difficult. It's going to be harder than anything I've done before, but it's definitely going to be enjoyable too.
Yeah, and when are you doing it, John?
So I fly out on the 3rd of April and the race starts on the 5th.
Okay.
So I have around 6 weeks left. There's 3 weeks of heavy training, and then it starts to taper off then towards the end. And obviously the reason we're here today is for Clionas Foundation, and hoping to raise as much money as I possibly can for Clionas, which is a brilliant charity, and it's kind of a charity I've been aware of for the last number of years. And just the work that you're doing for families with kids who are sick, and just, I suppose, the pressure of having a sick child is one thing, but then from my experience of knowing people in that situation, then it's compounded with either one or both people need to give up their job.
Absolutely. To try and help out.
Then to try and help out, and then the pressures of you have to pay the mortgage, you have to pay the bills, and just to keep it all going. And even last week when I was in with Phil, just to read some of the thank you letters from the families, and what it's phenomenal stuff, but just what it meant to them that somebody out there was there to support them when they had all of this kind of turmoil in their life, that it just kind of relieved temporarily a stress and a pressure for them. So it's an incredible charity.
So how can people help or donate?
Yeah, so I've set up a GoFundMe page, and if you go into GoFundMe and search under Clionas, you'll find it in there. I'll also be putting it up on my social media, so I'll have it on Twitter and on Instagram. You'll find them on @John Mc Namara Coach, and Clionas will also be sharing it through their social media as well. So you'll find the links there to the GoFundMe.
And can we follow you during your journey?
Yeah, so
online?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
So what I'll do as well is I'll share that through my social media. There's a link you can follow, which is a live tracker every day, so you can see the distances, and you'll be able to see the terrain. You'll be able to see the heat and the conditions on a daily basis, and also you'll be able to see what position I'm in overall. So.
John, I'm in awe of what you're doing. I mean, it's just unbelievable to, just take on a mammoth challenge like that. So on behalf of Clionas, we're delighted that you've chosen our charity.
Yep.
I know you now for quite a while. I think you're a great guy. So listen, I know this is pretty light, but I hope it's not too heavy either for you.
Yeah.
So the next scarf, just to kind of remember Clionas on your journey.
Yeah, I'll bring it with me, most certainly.
And keep
Lovely
you warm
stuff.
at night.
Thanks
you,
a million, Brendan.
Yeah,
thank you. Cheers. Thank you.